make sure the
Hey
wind's...
guys, Steve, KO4AFL, and I'm here with Mark from Halibut Electronics.
Hello, hello, hello.
Smitty, how we doing, my friend?
Doing all right, hanging in there.
All right, what do we got new? What do we got coming up?
Well, so y'all are familiar with my OHIS stuff, my Open Headset Interconnect Standard. And I've got all of the adapters and everything for that. And I've been selling for a couple of years now the contesting console, right, where you have the two users connected to one radio. Right, the users have an intercom, they can talk to each other, they can both hear the radio, and then whichever user presses their PTT, their microphone gets sent to the radio, right? That I've had for a while. I am now announcing, although do not have yet ready for sale, the station console. If the contesting console was 2 users, 1 radio, this is 4 radios, 1 user. The idea being that you can connect all the radios that you ever want to use into this and then connect up a single headset to it. All of the receive audio gets mixed together, the transmit audio, your microphone audio gets sent to all the radios, and then you got a button on the front to select which radio gets your PTT. Not so much that you want to listen to all your radios simultaneously, but so that you don't have to move your headset around from radio to radio, depending on what you're doing at any given time. Similarly, I have a quote-unquote radio that is a USB sound card. So this plugs into your computer and looks like a sound card, and then has an OHIS radio device here. So I can plug that into my station console and get, like, when I'm listening to music while I'm working, I can get that up into my headset as well, but still be monitoring the local repeater. And then all of a sudden a POTA spot comes up and I want to talk to VE6LK. I can turn on my Flex radio and have it all go up there without having to move headphone cables around or anything like that. Station console.
Very cool. All right, I see it's currently physically push button.
It is.
Any chance for scope creep to
absolutely. Digital? Always a chance for scope creep. So right now I've got physical push buttons on there. This is the Revision A hardware. The next version of this, I want this in my rack, not on my desk, because that's where all my radios are, but I can't hit the physical buttons from my desk while it's in the rack. So I am replacing this with a microcontroller that will do all of the control digitally, and since I'm friends with George, KJ6VU, I am, of course, going to be implementing his station controller network stuff, DCN, the device controller network. So the Sierra Radio Systems station controller stuff will work with the Halibut Electronics station console.
Oh, very cool. One more thing on OHIS before we move on.
Of course.
What about doing noise canceling in the contest console for ambient noise, or trying to phase out what you've got?
So I have had a lot of people ask me about this. One of the features of the contesting console is it's got a little ambient microphone right here. Where you can turn that up when someone comes up and says, hey, dinner's ready. You don't want to miss that. But when it's, you're hot and heavy doing contesting and there's a bunch of noise going around, you don't want to get that into your headphones, so you turn that off. So it has that microphone right there. I have had several people ask me whether that could be used for active noise cancellation. And unfortunately, the answer is no. The reason for that is you need the microphone that is listening to ambient signals for active noise cancellation to be physically very close to the speaker where it is canceling that, or where it's generating that canceled waveform. So if I've got a waveform coming into my headphones and I want to be able to cancel that out, create a 90 or 180 degree version of that and send that out the speaker so that they cancel out and mute it, that microphone needs to be physically right next to the earphone. Meaning that the noise canceling headphones need to be implemented in the headphones itself. You can't use this audio for that cancellation.
Okay, good to know. I've had questions about that.
Yep.
Because as you guys know, I run 2 of those in my club trailer, and we absolutely love them.
Well, thank you.
It makes it great. 4 operators in a 7x16 trailer.
Yeah,
so
I originally designed it for my local club's field day event, and the earlier versions of it were designed for a specific headset for a specific radio, and we absolutely love it. And so when I got into OHIS, I designed a generic version of it.
Great. And I see we've got a new common mode choking rig.
We do. So my classic common mode current choke test rig is a device that takes a signal from a VNA. It's a differential mode current, turns it into common mode currents, runs it through your device under test, and then puts it back into the VNA to be measured. So you can measure the differential mode of your choke. Excuse me. Well, I started putting together my digital shack. I've got a flex radio with an Ethernet cable, and as soon as I transmitted, my flex dropped off the network because I was getting RF into the Ethernet cable. So I ended up having to put a choke on my Ethernet cable, and I decided I wanted to be able to measure that as well. So this is my digital common mode current choke test rig. It has RJ45s, Anderson power poles, 3.5 millimeter audio, and then all the various different USBs. It does the exact same thing as the RF version. It's just for cables with different connectors.
Very cool. I'm going to need to pick one of those up.
Of course.
And of course, I have the 2 meter and the 70 centimeter AmpNOGs. So
AmpNOGs.
I got to get up.
Unfortunately, I don't have my demo with me, but I do have the flyer.
So that is cool. I actually found somebody that had copper pipe for like refrigerant line.
Oh, so the quarter-inch, the real
inch.
flexible stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's rigid, but that's what I'm making my 2 meter.
Rigid, but you can bend it by hand.
Yeah,
you don't
bend
need,
it by hand. So that's my 2 meter loops.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll be nicely self-supporting.
Need any sort of support. And then what do we have over here? These little guys. I haven't seen these before, Mark.
Okay, so I haven't even taken them out of the bag yet.
I think we've talked about them, but I don't know if we actually had them a couple of times.
These are various different products that go along with AmpNOGs. This one is AmpNOGs. It is a low noise amplifier, right? It's an LNA.
Okay.
And it is designed to screw directly to the bottom of AmpNOGs. And it has a relay on there so that if you give it bias power, it powers the LNA and it flips the relay so that the LNA is in circuit. If you remove bias power, then the relay takes the LNA out of circuit and you can transmit through it, right?
Very cool.
Very cool product, very cool idea. It's only good for about 5 to 10 watts at most. And I figured that out after building it and measuring it. So I am working on a new version of AmpNOGs that should be able to handle more power. My goal is 50 watts. But I haven't had a chance to measure this one yet. The problem I ran into was with the inductors, saturation, blah, 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 hand wavy RF engineering stuff. The long and short of it is that I can't have filters in the transmit path, or I can, but it's a pain in the butt. So it's going to be a lot easier if I don't have any filters in the transmit path. So I have instead designed my filters, which are these things down here, to go directly connected to AmpNOGs and be in the receive-only path. So the relays are swapping the LNA in and out. The filter is now part of that. So
hence the header pins I see there.
It's hence the header pins. The broadcast interference filter now clamps on top of AmpNOGs and is in the receive-only path. So you're not losing anything on transmit, and the receive filters don't have to handle any of the high power of a transmit signal.
Oh, very cool.
And then we were talking about broadcast interference filters. That's what these are, and what the top half of this is. Where I live, I've got about 15 kilowatts of AM broadcast, 3 miles that way. I've got several hundred watts of FM broadcast about a half a mile that way, and who knows how many watts of cellular base station directly across the street, like literally directly across the street from my house. An SDR doesn't stand a chance at my house without some sort of pre-selection. And so I ended up designing a bunch of filters to try and filter out all the signals that I wasn't trying to receive, and that's what these are.
So the filters are built specifically for the SatNOG?
I have a filter that is an AM broadcast filter.
Yeah.
I have one that is AM and FM. Okay. So the AM broadcast is a high pass at about 50 megahertz, so it passes 6 meters and up.
Okay.
The AM-FM filter is a high pass at 137. So it passes 137 and up, but will block up to 108.
Oh, perfect.
And then the larger one there is AM, FM, and cell, and that is a band pass between 137 and 450.
Okay.
So it includes the WeatherSats, 2 meter, 220, 440, but it'll block out the cell stations and TV stations up around 500, 550, 600, and it will block out AM and FM broadcast as well.
Very cool.
All right. And of course, I've got to ask about the SOAR subject.
Oh, I don't have any with me.
I know you don't have SOAR with you.
However, I am continuing.
Is SOAR still on the
Yes, it
on
is.
the burner?
I am continuing development on the KV4P project.
Okay.
I'm doing the hardware development, the 2.0 hardware for that. So let me get that out of the case so you can see it. KV4P HT. is a HT that you plug into your Android phone, and the Android phone itself is the user interface. But this is all the RF interface, and it turns your phone into an HT, basically, a little 2-meter HT. So some of the work I'm doing on here is developing the stuff that's going to make SOAR better, make SOAR functional. SOAR is satellite optimized amateur radio. It's an appliance for working FM satellites. It is still on the back burner. It is not an active product I'm working on right now, but I am building bits and pieces that will eventually go towards SOAR.
Very cool. Mark, thank you very much.
Of course, thank you,
Always
Steve.
a pleasure to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too,
and,
man.
Guys, we will see you on the next one. And remember,
today's video is brought to you by Circle 6 Mail Drop, a real Texas address wherever you roam. Whether you need your mail scanned, forwarded, or both, Vern and Renee make it easy. Built for RVers, digital nomads, or anyone needing a dependable Texas street address. Check them out at circle6maildrop.com, link in the description below.